Heaven, My Joy, Part 2. With the capture and judgment of Satan, God will bring judgment to all unbelievers. The Bible tells us that the war with evil is finally over. God will raise all the dead, meaning those of Satan's household, both great and small, to appear before the great white throne judgment. Revelation 20, verse 11. Again, this event will be to separate the unbelievers from God and God's children forever. We are told that the books that were opened, and the book of life was opened, and that the dead were judged from the books according to their deeds. Revelation 20, verses 12 through 13. I believe that the dead in this verse refers to those who never trusted in Jesus in any way. The statement of deeds does not refer to salvation through works, but seems rather to levels or degrees of position in hell. Separation from God is always the tragic condition, but there is likely judgment for different behaviors, even in hell. Verse 14 of Revelation reveals a most curious event. Death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. Think of it. No more death, and Hades, which is the place of the spiritually dead, will be destroyed. Paul proclaims to us the reality of death having no victory and the grave having no sting. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Verse 15 of Revelation may be the most ominous conclusion in the Bible. The book of life, if anyone's name is not found, he also will be thrown into the lake of fire, forever separated from God and tormented forever. Remember the rich young man and Lazarus described in Luke 16? The rich man was in torment, yet still had concern for his family. Seems to me that the lake of fire will be much more intense than was expressed by the rich man, who had rested on his wealth and position to meet all his needs. Look again at verse 14 of Revelation. Those thrown into the lake of fire cannot look at even death to destroy their torment and bring their misery to an end, or Hades to call their place of rescue. Hopelessness is the reality of the lake of fire. It is a place of torment, not termination. This condition is called the second death, in that every man is appointed once to die, and then the judgment. Hebrews 9:27. But those in Christ look forward to our resurrection with Him, forever to be with Him. The fullness of our joy will be realized when the devil is destroyed. At this point, God's children will receive their rewards and live in the new city, that new Jerusalem. Now, the description of that wonderful experience we will consider in our next devotion.